Sphere's based in Melbourne with about 15 people. We also have a Sydney office. We pride ourselves on doing ideas in 3 dimensions, what we call it, because we do creative ideas, we do media ideas with our in-house media department, and we do business ideas where it's not just about making ads, but sometimes we come up with a whole lot of other initiatives.
So your fear ad, your client is the Liberal Party. So how did you approach the task?
Well, approaching the project, we had a whole lot of different ideas. One was like a 50s horror film, and it was Julia Gillard as the job snatcher. You know, she took Kevin Rudd's job and yours could be next. We wanted to maybe do something that was a bit of a parody of Moving Forward, where we had a family and they were moving forward down the road and they were passing all the billboards that were going to warn them about, Labor's bad track record, and at the end they basically drive off the cliff, Thelma and Louise style. We kind of thought that might be a little bit hard to film. We had some other ideas whereby, if you vote Labor, the country will be so fucked, at least we'll stop the boat people because they won't want to come. What we did settle on was the one that it kind of came up through the idea of, Australia being buried in debt, and that's where we came up with the idea to have the shovels and the dirt. And our thinking was that there's always a lot of issues in the election, but what happens is when people go to the ballot box, ultimately what they think about is their hip pocket, and they vote through their hip pocket. So that brought us to Labor and the economy, and how do we create a fear ad about Labor and the economic record. And it's no use talking about GDP and deficits because it doesn't resonate with middle Australia. So we wanted to bring it back to, you're going to lose your job, you're going to lose your house, you're going to lose it all under Labor, and that's the direction that we wanted to go in and create fear around that. If you look at the footage in this segment, you'll see behind the scenes, and what looks like this massive quarry is really just a mound of dirt in some street in Camberwell in Melbourne. Thanks to Jason and Shannon who shot it for us. They did a fantastic job, and the thing just looks $1 million. It all just came together really well and quite quickly. I mean, on the Thursday we didn't have a location or a cast, and by Friday we had shot it. Friday afternoon we were editing and in the studio doing the voiceover. It was a really good team effort. Actually, Tim, our art director, came up with the idea of the shovels and the dirt, and then that was the initial spark, and from there we ran with it. I sort of banged together the script, and we came up with the idea of how we could shoot it without having to have $1 million budget, and it all went from there.